Hello, I'm Guglo, and along with Ghost, I developed Big Bunny Little Bunny for the GMTK Game Jam. And what this video will be is sort of a showing of the development process and the stages of the game as we developed it. Our original plan was to make a game about a space mosquito, where you'd collect blood, you'd grow, and then you'd deposit that blood and then shrink again. And so to make that, I ended up programming a zoom in, zoom out function, which took almost all of day one. And that's what we got here with the zooming in and zooming out. I ended up taking the second day of the jam off to go to a wedding, and then rethought the whole thing during that time. And so the new idea was to be a platform game where you'd jump, you'd grow, and then you'd shrink when you fell. And so I ended up hacking this together Sunday afternoon, and you can see how you're jumping real little here, and then when you get back up, you're a little bit bigger. By the end of Sunday, I ended up putting in checkpoints, which are those big gradients, and I really wanted that first jump where you'd end up being too big to fit through the gap. Didn't end up working. People didn't really understand it when they were playing the game. But I had added in these spikes, and then the checkpoints work. So you can see right here that you'll just sort of snap to the checkpoint with no animation there. And that's where I got to by the end of Sunday. It was starting to look like a game, actually. And the levels, I'd just gotten through building this level, which is the second one, and then the start of the third level. And there's a little bit of a castle that I started to build over there. So halfway through Monday, the game was really starting to come together. You can see that background got added in there, which really helped pull things together. I ended up changing the colors around on the last day, but the basic format's already there. And the level layout's also basically there. There was actually a hidden secret area that I don't think anyone found. Nobody commented on it in the videos. But if you jump up this little series of ledges, you can find a big portrait of me that I put in there as a placeholder, and there's nothing else left at this point. Oh yeah, I'm just going to give you a minute to soak this in. The working title for the game at this point was Scale Hopper. This was sort of middle of the day, Monday, near the end of the day. And I just put this intro screen in with all of the sort of swaying, stretching words. And so luckily Ghost ended up getting me some real assets for this point. Otherwise we would have been enjoying this for the real release. I also added some sound effects, which you can hear there. And then there's some coder art here. Still the that jump where you get big at the very beginning and you can't fit through. But I was really happy with how that flag animation worked out, even though the final flowers look really nice. Just the way that flag goes up, I was pretty happy with. And I also had this dying animation where you spun and went back to the flag, and so that worked out pretty well. So this is where the game was at on Tuesday morning, the final day of the jam, with just a few hours left to finish this up. And so you can see the title screen had more things in it. We've got some controls even. The character animations are all in there and looking really nice. So this is where we're at. The sound effects, I recorded most of those myself. And then I'm going to speed this up so you can actually see the whole level as you go through everything in the game. So you get small in the pink area, you hop your way out of the pit, and then you get into the long flat part where you get to really get that motion sickness from the zooming in and out. And then on to the final area with the secret area. And there's a big bunny there now. And the final castle. And then I even put an end screen. And so you can actually see a speedrun clock in the top left corner there. And I was even able to get that in, which is kind of cool. A few people actually used it in the jam. Luckily, I did get nicer art from Ghost to get in there too. So here we've got the final jam release for Big Bunny Little Bunny. I ended up getting Ghost's art into the game, although it's a little too close to the screen. Got a laundry list of changes to make after receiving feedback from the jam. But pretty happy with how this worked out. The animations were very smooth. You could see the nice jump in the background there. I'm going to speed it up again so you can see everything, including that ending. I did also get that music in. I was going to record some of my own music, and you're lucky that that didn't come out. But here's the end. You hop down the hole, and then we get our little title screen here. And that is the game. So thank you for watching, and you can play it over at itch.io. It's even got controller support, so check it out. Bye.